Hassanal Bolkiah is the current Sultan of Brunei. He was born on July 15, 1946, and is the 29th Sultan of Brunei. He is the king, prime minister, defense minister, finance minister, and the head of religion for his country. He is one of the last absolute monarchs in the world. His massive fortune came from gas and oil development. His power and wealth let him and his family live an unimaginable lifestyle. In this video, we will be looking at 10 things you probably didn't know about the Sultan of Brunei. Before we begin, please subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon so you never miss a video from us. Number 1. The Sultan's extreme wealth. The Sultan of Brunei has been ranked among the wealthiest individuals in the world. The Sultan has an estimated net worth of about $20 billion. He is currently the second richest king in the world, even with his wild spending habits. The Sultan earns over $3 billion a year, which is about $100 a second from his oil industry and investments. His net worth is mainly dictated based on the price of oil and natural gas, because that is where most of his money is tied up. Brunei is a small country located in Asia of about 430,000. Despite its small number of residences, it is the 8th wealthiest nation in the world. The pandemic has drastically affected the country's wealth because of the oil price plunge in mid-2020. Number 2. The extravagant lifestyle the Sultan lives. As one of the richest people on earth, you can expect the Sultan to live a life full of luxury. It is no surprise that he made the headlines in London for his million-dollar shopping sprees. The Sultan bought himself a $350 million palace when the country gained independence in 1994. The palace has 1,788 rooms and is 49 acres. His palace is one of the largest residential spaces in the entire world. What would you do with a palace this big? Let me know in the comments below. The royal family used to spend up to $500 million a year at the London jeweler Asprey and decided to buy it. The Sultan bought the company for $375 million in 1995. Number 3. He had Michael Jackson perform for him. You can imagine birthdays for the Sultan will be grand, exquisite, and expensive, and they sure are. For his 50th birthday, the Sultan flew Michael Jackson over to play 3 concerts. He had a whole stadium built just for the occasion. Michael Jackson had a huge payout of $17 million. The Sultan is known for flying in wealthy and famous celebrities over. He once flew Whitney Houston for a performance and gave her a blank check and told her to fill it in with whatever she thinks it was worth. She filled in the check with over $7 million. Many other famous artists performed for the Sultan, such as Diana Ross, Elton John, Stevie Wonder, Tina Turner, and Bon Jovi. Number 4. He loves playing polo. Ever since he was little, the Sultan had a great fascination with polo. Polo is usually played by many wealthy individuals, including the Sultan himself. He plays with many famous people, including Prince Charles. He has over 200 ponies and frequently flies in players from around the world to play with him. One day, while he was playing polo with Prince Charles, the Sultan had his polo shoes delivered to him by helicopter to his palace polo field. Number 5. His haircuts cost $20,000. The Sultan needs to cut his hair occasionally, and he does it in absolute luxury. He pays $20,000 or more for his haircuts. He has a trim about once a month and doesn't think twice about spending over $20,000 on his haircut. The Sultan takes very good care of his favorite barber, paying for everything in his stay. His hairstylist flies first class from London, stays in a private suite, and has the best quality food and is given whatever else he desires. The hairstylist also receives a few $1,000s for the trim itself. Would you ever spend that much money on a haircut even if you could afford it? Let me know in the comment section below. Number 6. His car collection. The Sultan of Brunei has the world's most expensive car collection. The value of the extravagant car collection is $5 billion. His car collection is made up of some of the rarest and most opulent vehicles in the world. He has over 500 Mercedes-Benz, over 200 BMWs, more than 500 Rolls Royces, more than 350 Bentleys, 20 Lamborghinis, over 300 Ferraris, 170 Jaguars, and every other luxury motor vehicle you can think of. If you want to find out more about his famous car collection, watch our video, The Sultan of Brunei $5 billion Car Collection, where we delve deeper into the cost behind some of his most expensive supercars. Number 7. His brother spent an average of $747,000 a day. The Sultan's brother, Prince Jeffrey Bolkiah, has spent an average of $747,000 a day for 10 years. The Sultan is close with his brother, who is known for his lavish spending. It is a crime in Brunei to talk about how the royal family spends their money, but the prince was still accused of misusing state funds for his personal expenses. He was accused to have spent $14.8 billion to pay for his personal investments. As a result, he had to sell off many of his assets. He sold off more than 500 houses, 2,000 cars, 9 aircrafts, and 5 boats. Number 8. The Sultan's Jet Collection. Have you ever seen a palace in the sky? Well, the Sultan has one. Brunei's Sultan has his own private Boeing 747-400, Boeing 767-200, and Airbus A340-200 aircraft. The Sultan's jet has a living room and a bedroom with gold decorations and genuine gold in the jet. The jet is also outfitted with the latest amenities as well as a separate remote control desk. The Sultan also owns a Boeing 767 private jet. It has deluxe rooms including an office. The Airbus seats up to 261 passengers in a 3-class cabin layout. The Sultan once ordered a 747 with numerous cabins and stalls so that he and his polo horses could travel between Brunei and Britain. Number 9. His opulent palace. The Sultan of Brunei has many different properties. His palace is one of the biggest and most expensive palaces to ever be built. It costed $1.4 billion to have the huge palace built. The building was finished in 1984 and is the world's largest residence. The palace has a total of 257 bathrooms and is decorated in 22-karat gold. The palace features an 800 underground car garage to store the Sultan's cars. The palace is a symbol of Brunei's enduring monarchy and seat of the nation's government, and an impressive example of Brunei's majestic royal heritage. It is closed to the public except during the Hari Raya, when the royal family greets the public. The palace also includes a banquet hall that can be expanded to accommodate up to 5,000 guests, a mosque accommodating 1,500 people, and 5 swimming pools. Number 10. At one point, he and his brother were responsible for half of Rolls Royce's income. Rolls Royce is a British car manufacturer and then later became an aero engine manufacturing business. Between the years 1994 to 1997, the Sultan and his brother were responsible for half of Rolls Royce's income. During this period, the royals were buying 70 cars a year. The Sultan is believed to have 500 Rolls Royces. The Sultan paid 3 times the price for some of the vehicles as they were customized for him. His famous Rolls Royce is the golden Rolls Royce limo, which is valued at $14 million. These are some facts that you may not know about the Sultan of Brunei. What do you think of his crazy spending habits? Do you think he should give more of his money away? Or does he have the right to spend it on ridiculously lavish things? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe and turn on those post notifications. As always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.